are things that come along that can be rare, but they don't increase in value unless they're of high quality. And Zero Tolerance makes excellent knives, and this is a collaboration with Todd Rexford, a very famous knife designer of Rexford knives, and of course gotten along with Zero Tolerance, which they do to bring to production some really cool knife designs that you can get at a decent price. I mean, if you buy a Rexford knife similar to this directly from Todd Rexford, I mean, they're made small order, and so they can be very expensive. This is, though, a limited edition run of the 0801. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but the big thing is there are only 98 of these made, and Going Gear bought every one of them. In fact, it's a Going Gear exclusive. When I left on Saturday, there were only 50 left. So most likely, if you see this video, these knives are already unavailable. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm going to show you this knife because it's just an incredible knife. Marshall gave this to me as I was leaving on Saturday as a gift for coming down, which I was very honored. Now, the standard model 0801 is made from Elmax steel. This is actually CPM S110V steel, so it's also limited in that regard as well. It's razor sharp. The S110V has great edge retention and strength, and very tough. So it's a really incredible knife. But one of the things, it's a really large knife, as you can see, but it has titanium scales. So it does keep the weight down somewhat. This would be a lot heavier blade without the titanium. Also the titanium lock. But one of the things I really like is it is not assisted opening. But watch this flipper. I mean, it comes out quick and fast. That has everything to do with the KVT ball bearing system that's right here inside. It makes this really slick. I mean, you barely touch it and it just flicks out very quickly. Drop point design, very beautiful, flat ground, and it just has a really beautiful design on the knife. Very thin for the size. It has a small belly, not too much, and I just really like the design of this knife. The guard comes down, which of course the flipper turns into a guard, and it gives you a really good ergonomic feel. I mean, this knife, it really feels good. It feels like it's molded to the hand. I would put this in the tactical category. It is because of its size. It's a 3.5-inch blade. Closed, it's 4.7, or just about 4 3/4 inches, and then the overall length is just over 8 inches at 8.2 inches. The matte finish is just beautiful. It's very smooth. It's a DLC coating to coat the titanium. You can see right here, Zero Tolerance actually etched into the scales. Very beautiful ball bearing mount here. Your pivot point has a nice decorative piece here. Of course, you have your torque screws here, and then you have a deep pocket carry, which this can be switched to left side, but it's going to be tip up only pretty much. And of course the frame lock right here, and then we have a lanyard loop. That's just so slick. Nothing on this side of the knife. Here we have it marked, the model and the steel content. Of course, Rexford design, made in the USA. And the serial number on this one, almost 007. But this is number 7, which again, I really want to thank Marshall for having me down. It was a lot of fun. Met a lot of great people. Got to see a lot of old friends as well, which is always a lot of fun when we go to those events. One thing to note is how centered the blade is. I mean, it is centered perfectly. The ball bearing smooth. Here the lock, you can see how it catches. And then it just comes down really smooth. This can also be closed with one hand. Now, while I like to use my knives, if I have a knife, I'll use it, I'll beat it. To me, having a knife that's not used, it's just hard to, I don't know, I have a hard time with that. But I'm going to tell you what, with this one, I think I'm going to put this one away in its box. I mean, being such a limited run. They do make the standard titanium. It's a stonewash finish, and it has grooves. And actually, I'm going to have a picture right here for you to look at That is available, and it is the same model, the 0801, and it's available at Go and Gear right now as a standard production knife, and it is the Rexford design. If you're not really looking for a collectible knife like this one, and obviously this one will be probably long gone as far as availability, except on forums, but they run about $192. But for titanium, and it comes with the LMAX steel, so it's going to be a really nice knife in itself. Something you may want to carry for EDC. This retails for $375. I think Marshall's selling these for $325. And again, this is going to be one of those that's going to just gain collectability. And of course, with a well-known Rexford knife and zero tolerance collaboration, if you're looking for a collectible knife that's going to be a good investment, this is one that you definitely would like to look at. No springs, it's not assisted opening, and it's just a smooth design. So the zero tolerance 0801, and made from S110V steel, beautiful collectible knife. Guys, if you really like really high quality knives, finding zero tolerance makes quality knives, even they're just their standard production. But something rare like this, if you jump on it, the early bird gets the worm, and the worm is a really nice high production knife. Guys, I feel like I'm teasing you with this thing, but it's just beautiful, and I wanted to show it off. And I just wanted to thank Marshall. And again, there's no discount on these. You can get the Suits discount on most of your items. In fact, if you want to add some things to this, you can get the discount on those items. But no discount on this knife, and that's pretty obvious. They do carry the standard model, so that might be a really good purchase. Zero Tolerance is one of my favorite knife companies, and for the model 0801, I'm going to have to give it a big, of course, thumbs up, and just excellent. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. This happens to be one that's made of, they will have the standard 0801. I can't talk about it. As of Saturday, there were only 50 made. And as of Saturday, there were only 50 left.